You'll be good to me. I'll be good to you. And we'll be together. Yeah. Ah, yes, we are definitely in this doggone building, boy. I am telling you, I am telling you. We are most definitely live and in full effect. And y'all know how we get down. I got things popping off on the teleo. You know, ooh, I didn't even see that, Bush. My bad. I had got a text message that I didn't see, ladies and gentlemen. But we are most definitely in the building and doing what we do. So, to all that is in the house, I don't even know who in the house. Is anybody in the house? Hello? Is anybody at home? What's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. Y'all know how we do before we get started. You know, we got to start out by shouting out you, the people, the fans who stop by to watch these videos. But while you're here, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to leave your comments down in the comment section. And y'all know before we do any video, but we are live. So while you're in the chat, make sure you say what's up. Let us know where you're tuning in from. You know, what city, what state, what country, you know, y'all familiar with. But, you know, before without a doubt, we got to shout out our beautiful ladies. The CU aunties are most definitely in the building. They always show up. They always come through. And they are always on point. So when you see them in the chat, make sure you show them some love and give them the respect that is due to those ladies. And today, Miss Bronzefire put out a warning for all you haters. Security, auntie security is on deck. And she said her nephews are in camp. Don't play with them. Leave them alone. Let them focus, or we will come for you. You understand? The CU auntie security is most definitely in the house, most definitely live in effect on the internet. So don't play with them, y'all. Whatever you do not play with the CU aunties when they come from these. If you come for these boys that come from Colorado, they coming for your head. I'm just letting you know. Y'all ready to get this thing started? Because we got a show. It is a good show. So let's go. Today's show is going to be more of an interactive show as we ask for your help and we talk amongst each other while we have this conversation in the chat. But remember, super chats get first acknowledgement. Regular chats do get acknowledged, but super chats will always be first to be acknowledged. Today is a participation stream. We're going to have us a conversation amongst ourselves, this community, and those of us that care about Shedeur, Shiloh, Travis, Jimmy, LeJontay, people that come from CU. And also, the Cleveland Browns is the main topic. But the Cleveland Browns media is first on deck because we want to know where y'all been, where y'all at. We ain't seen y'all when Shedeur showed up in the hood to do the doggone thing. We didn't see y'all. We didn't see all those articles. We didn't see all of the things that we saw when he got that speeding ticket. So my question is, where was the Cleveland media? Where was Mary Kay and Tony Grossi and all these people. Because when he got those 2 speeding tickets, all we saw was article after article, segment after segment, thing after thing when he got those 2 speeding tickets. But when he was in the project, showing love to the people that suffered a tragic event, ain't nobody showed up. Ain't nobody showed up to say, hey, Shedeur, we in here to help. We come to support. Shedeur showed up with 1 teammate. And I understand that it's kind of the off period and everybody's not in Cleveland right now. But the Cleveland media is in town. You know, they had plenty to say when he got those tickets. They had plenty to say about what he should do when he did one thing wrong. But I have never seen those segments when he's showing up, showing love to the kids. You know, when he was at David Njoku's softball game. I didn't see that love. I saw ABC media. I saw CBS media. It's probably a local Fox media out there, but I didn't see ESPN Cleveland, UCSS, and people of that nature doing different segments on what Shedeur done. I saw Earl the Pearl yesterday and Thursday do a show about what Shedeur done in Cleveland. But, you know, Earl the Pearl he one of us. So, of course, I saw G. Bush throwing out salutes and halos about what Shedeur done. I finally found an article on clevelandbrowns.com about Shedeur going out to the hood, to the project, and showing love. But what I haven't seen is segment after segment after segment after segment of what he's done or what he's been doing since he's been in Cleveland. That's what we haven't seen. We haven't seen all the love for Shedeur. We haven't seen that same amount of love and respect for what he's done as a human being, as a person that doesn't even live in Cleveland, that's not even from Cleveland, but show up for the people that need him. We haven't seen segment after segment of Shedeur going to these high schools and talking to these kids. We haven't seen segment after segment of Shedeur throwing a damn near a block party for the people that suffered loss in that fire, in that explosion, in that terrible tragedy in Cleveland. When people show up for you, you should show out for them. Because in this case, when things go bad in your life and you feel like all is lost and you have nowhere to turn and you don't know what you're going to do next, you don't know where your next meal is coming from. You don't know where you're going to get clothes for tomorrow from. You don't even know where you're going to wash your behind tonight. People showing up that don't have to be there makes a difference. And what Shedeur has done since he has been in the Cleveland area has made a difference in people's lives. People think it's for clout, but you don't understand this guy. You don't understand this family. If you think that this guy is clout chasing, he don't have to. He's already him. Shout out to East Coast Kev for $10 super chat. Oh, Mary Kay Cabot definitely attacked Shedeur for skipping the ESPYs to help the Cleveland community. Here's a harsh reality. Them folks don't see well. Them folks don't see well-to-do blacks doing for the community. That is true, East Coast Kev. But when you do things like this, which is something I'm not just going to say him because he does it abundantly, but when you do things like this, they don't understand it. Why would somebody with so much status and so much money help people that they don't think matter? But to us, to him, to that family, those people matter. And they don't just say it, they show it. Showing up is better than spending $20, $40, $100,000 in just sending stuff in the community. When people can talk to you, when they can feel you, when they can touch you, when they can see you, that's a difference maker. That don't mean somebody cares, because when you just send stuff, it means something, but it doesn't mean as much to people when you show up and you bring the stuff with you, especially after a tragedy like that. Because you don't know if people lost everything they had or some of the things that they had. And to be able to touch and see and take pictures and hang out and ask questions and play football with a celebrity such as Shedeur Sanders, somebody that looks like them, somebody that talks like them, somebody who understands exactly how they feel on a day-to-day basis. That matters. That means something. Big Mo, what up? Shout out to the CU aunties and uncles. Yes, those things matter and they mean something to everybody. And you have to understand that. So my question is to this lady, where are your videos? Where is your 20-minute segments on Shedeur and what he did over there at the apartments? Where is all that coverage? When people go through such a thing, when something affects your life in that manner, it is hurtful. It is disheartening. You feel like all is lost. Everything is gone. Because you're already financially strapped, living where you are, being in the situation that you're in. You're already on a weekly, monthly, day-to-day basis trying to keep it together. And in the blink of an eye, everything that you own is gone. Those people don't have insurance. They don't have renter's insurance. They're not finna call the insurance company and they gonna write it all off and get a check in a week. These are people that are scrapping and trying their best to get by. And for Shedeur to do what he did means the world to that community, to that project, to that set group of people. Because we got to see all the good stuff. We got to see him bring in the food trucks and the DJs. But what they didn't tell you was also they had people out there to help with social services and housing and how can you get money from this place and this place. They had other resources out there to get you back on your feet, to put you back whole. But you didn't see segment after segment after segment after segment on that. But when he got those 2 speeding tickets, we saw segment after segment after segment after segment on those speeding tickets, days on end, coverage, ESPN, Fox, everybody and their mama covered those speeding tickets. But where are you with this humanitarian effort coverage? Where is the Cleveland media? Where is the national media? Where is everybody else when you do something good for somebody? We'll give you we'll give you one article. We'll talk about it for five minutes. Shedeur went out and did this, and he had a community out. They did this and they did that. And that's the end of that. But let's go back to when he was talking, when he did the speeding. Why can't we throw that same energy? Oh, because it ain't negative enough. It don't cause enough harm. It doesn't bruise a man's ego. It doesn't harm his reputation. It doesn't put his job in jeopardy for doing something. What it does is it endears him to that community. It endears him to that city. It helps the people in that city understand what type of person they got on their football team that wants to be their quarterback one. Media don't want that. We don't need you in a good light because we drafted Dylan Gabriel in front of you. We got Joe Flacco as our wildly veteran. We got Kenny Small Hands Pickett, the same quarterback we wanted to fall off the face of the earth 2 years ago when he was with the Pittsburgh Steelers that we didn't like. He on our team now, and we think he should be our starting quarterback, even though he didn't do well as a Pittsburgh Steeler. He didn't throw for 300-400 yards a game as a Pittsburgh Steeler, but he won a few times. He didn't win on his arm. He led a few comebacks to where they could kick some field goals. But he didn't drive 98 yards in less than 2 minutes and score a touchdown to win the game. Oh, my bad. That was Shedeur that did that. I'm sorry. But that was college. That wasn't NFL. My bad. Dylan Gabriel played for 6 years in college football. Does that what? If you was a good college quarterback, you should have played before. Or 3. You got 3 extra years in college. to be almost as good as the guy that played 4 years in college. But we ain't gonna get on that. Don't you do it to him, Snacks. This the nice podcast. This the good one. You know, this is the good area. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about Shedeur coming out to the hood, giving out free haircuts. We're not gonna talk about Shedeur giving out free food. Y'all know how much it costs to buy out a food truck? And say just serve anybody that come up whatever they want, no matter what they want. I got you. But not one, not two, but 4, 5, 6 of them things. So you got options. Do you know what it takes to hire a DJ? Not just any DJ. A Forbes 30 for 30 DJ under 30. You know how much it costs to get the local radio station out? Well, the local radio station probably didn't charge that. And that's a free because they want to show up for the hood too. Do you know what it costs to have a barber come out and say, hey, you just post up right there. Everybody need a haircut? I got it. Don't worry about it. Do you know what it costs to get companies and social service people and people that have the resources to come out and stay for 4, 5, 6 hours to help people in the heat? Do you know what it takes to get people to give up their time? Money. This wasn't a collective effort. This wasn't the Cleveland Browns as a unit. This wasn't Shedeur and his teammates as a unit. This was Shedeur. This was overtime. This was the Sanders brand. This is somebody who hasn't even been in Cleveland for 6 months. Don't know nobody in this city. Haven't even lived here. I ain't even rented a home here yet. But I'm in your hood. You got people that's been playing for this team for 10 years who ain't showed up. But you got a young man that has a big heart, who cares enough for people to take the time out. The man was out of town when it happened. He wasn't even in the city. But what's the first thing he does when he gets to the city? Is show up. He out of town with his father, working out, trying to prepare for the season, and a tragedy happens, and immediately he gets on the phone and says, this is what I want to do. Get my crew, get your people. I don't care who you got to contact. This is what I need when I get back to Cleveland. Let's make it happen. Yeah, that's him. That's him. Not Joe Flacco, not Kenny Pickett, not Dylan Gabriel, not Njoku, not Jerry Jeudy, not any other Browns player that has been there more than 2 years. But it's the guy that just got there. He don't know nobody. This ain't his city. This ain't his hood. These people ain't even cheered for him in a game yet. But he has shown up for them in ways that nobody on that football team has. Deshaun Watson, Yeah, he do some things in the hood, but Deshaun ducked off right now. You know, he not in there. But Shedeur Sanders pops up out of nowhere. This ain't no orchestrated event that's been there, that's been set up for 6 months. This is spur of the moment. This is something that just happened out of nothing. This ain't something that was planned for months on end. This is something that Shedeur said, hey, these people just lost everything they have. What can we do to help them get back to normalcy and to give them a good time, at least for a few hours? What can we do to build back up the brotherhood, the love, the camaraderie, to make this community feel better? What can we do to help them get clothes, get food, get water, get housing, whatever they need to get back to normalcy? What can we do? Find those people, get them out there, and let's do it. Nobody asked him to do that. He said, that's what God wanted me to do. So that's what I did. But I don't see no articles. I don't see segment after segment after segment after segment after segment on no shows. All I see is mentions. All I see is mentions. This is what Shedeur did. He went out to the community. He had a party. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about all the things that he did while having that party. We want to talk about the lives that were affected while having that party. It's crazy to me. This world is ridiculously stupid. Well, people would rather celebrate your downfall, your mistakes, the things that you've done wrong, instead of celebrating all the good that people do. Not just Shedeur. Not only, my chair is falling, my bad. Not only did we go out and celebrate a community and help them out, the very next day, in 3 different cities, they are at it again. Them damn Sanders, they at it again. While y'all at it, do your boy a solid, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to do all that. We out here. We still out here doing things. But yeah, the very next day, them damn Sanders, they at it again. KFC. They at KFC. They giving out free food. They giving out free food. You know what I'm saying? They doing stuff like this.
My stomach is all the way on E. I need a couple of them fill-ups.
Too easy.
Yes, sir.
I got you.
Thank you. You are the man. Thank you, sir.
Legendary. That's a good vibe.
Like that?
Yeah.
Hi, Shedeur.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? The very next day.
Shiloh is at KFC today, all right? Giving out 2-piece, but I'm taking my son. We over here on 50th Street in Tampa, Florida on Broadway, so we're gonna go see what it's about. Y'all see the line right here? Definitely in line for it, so we're gonna see what it do. They got it all blocked off with everything, but let's see what it do. Y'all keep talking about Salem. There goes Salem. Can I get 2 Super Bowls and an MVP?
What was that?
That's him. Nobody didn't take my order.
What's up?
I
Bro,
said-
why you sitting in the back seat?
Cause he got mad one day and I made him stay in the back seat.
Your mama don't let you sit in the front. His mama don't let him sit in the front seat.
Yeah.
Boy, you was not the #1 son.
Yeah, he the only son.
For real?
Yeah, the only child.
You the #1 son by choice. No. By default. You the #1 son by default, and you gotta sit in the back seat. Bro, and I'm not giving you no food.
Yeah.
Here you go.
All right.
Can I get a picture of him?
Thank you.
All right, nice meeting you.
All right. But I did.
That's what I'm saying. They out there doing stuff like that.
I
And
want
like
Junior, Deion Sanders Jr.
Okay. Alright. We're gonna get this to him for sure. Hey, Osagas. I ain't gonna lie, that's lit, bro. None of us had, you feel me, a girl pull up and say like, oh yeah, put me on him. I hope at the Tampa location in Dallas, something crazy gonna go on. Like good. Cause this one, he definitely gained aura with that, for sure.
So you got an entire family that's in 3 different locations: Dallas, Tampa Bay, Cleveland, Ohio, giving out food for free. Just off a whim. Just randomly. Of course, all of them are sponsored by KFC, right? The entire freaking family, even the mama. And they just out there giving away chicken. They just say, hey, KFC, we want to do this. And of course, KFC said, okay, knock yourself out. It ain't gonna hurt us. We gonna give away all this food, but they gonna come back. Where are those same articles? Where are those same segments of the good? Because I bet you right now today, I can type in Shedeur Sanders on Google and an article that somebody wrote today will pop up on him freaking speed. But I don't see the same coverage in Cleveland about what they're doing for the people. I don't see the same coverage on ESPN. I don't see it on Fox. I don't see it on CBS. All of y'all cover them when they bad. I saw the write-up in Sports Illustrated. I saw it on Newspeak, on News One. I saw the articles on the outlets of everything because they're going to write them because anything Sanders gets you clicks and views. But where's the continued coverage? Because you going to say snacks, but it was a one-day event. So was that speeding ticket. But it got 2 weeks worth of coverage. Is all I'm saying. That speeding ticket was a 30-minute lapse in time, 15 minutes maximum. But yet and still, Mary Kay still talking about it in the article she wrote on Shedeur the other day. That's what she led with, is what I'm saying. See, that one bad thing, y'all just regurgitated it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. But this good thing, this right thing, the thing that a lot of people won't do, and a lot of people can't do. I ain't getting no extended coverage on that. Why? Because it's Deion Sanders and his kids, and they get enough spotlight as it is. They get enough shine as it is. People are sick and tired of talking about the Sanders family, Shedeur, Shiloh, Shalimar. We tired of talking about them. Deion Sanders Jr. We don't want to talk about them no more until they do something wrong. But Coach Prime trying to lead Colorado, we gonna talk about that. Shedeur being drafted in the 5th round. Oh, we gonna talk about that. Shiloh being a free agent signee. Oh, we gonna talk about that. But y'all ain't talking about how they balling. You ain't talking about how Shedeur has outperformed every quarterback in that quarterback room since he's been in Cleveland. No matter 3rd string, 4th string, 2nd string. You ain't talking about how Shiloh is probably going to win the starting freaking job as a safety, as a free agent signee in Tampa Bay. When I told y'all all year, he was one of the best safeties in the game. They just don't want to do it because his name is Sanders. They don't want to talk about Deion Sanders Jr. doing what no other YouTuber has done. This man is credentialed in the NFL to do things that no other media company has done in the NFL. He ain't done it yet, but he gonna do it. If Deion Sanders Jr. expands his platform, Well-Off Media can be a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate in 2 years if he does it right. Can't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Because if I told you how much money I made off of YouTube, you would say, Snacks, you stupid. Y'all see that thing up top that says The Yaush Network? Me, little old black guy here. Me, right here, this guy. I had the 3rd largest network on YouTube, and I showed up out of nowhere. I had over 4,000 partners on YouTube. All their rights went through me. I'm finna bring the Yaush Network back. It's not gonna be a partnership network. It's just gonna be a network of growth to help smaller people do what I've helped smaller people do. A lot of these YouTubers that y'all see that got millions of followers, they all started with me. I helped that growth. I put that forward. I created something that helped grow smaller channels. Thinking about doing it again. I'll let y'all know. But all I'm saying is, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and before we get to, y'all make sure y'all shout out to CU Aunties because I know they in the building and I see them in the chat showing love. Y'all make sure y'all give our ladies some love. But like I said, what hasn't happened is that the people that cover this stuff, they only want to cover stuff that goes wrong. ESPN is not a positive news station. They only cover what goes wrong or what could go bad. Y'all don't understand how the news has changed in so many years. When ESPN and Stephen A. Smith and Greeny and Pat McAfee, they go through all this coverage, most of it is negative. Most of it is what's going on when they're not doing this. Could the Bears, could the Falcons, could the Browns not look at what they're doing? The question is, why aren't they doing this? How come this is not happening? This is what's going to happen if they don't. That's how the coverage has changed. But when it comes to people like myself, like G. Bush, y'all hear me give G. Bush a lot of props all the time, because he is the one or two, three people that covers Cleveland, that's covering Shedeur in this coverback room. Well, G. Bush covers all sports, but we're talking about football. So he is one of the main voices that can cover it the way it should be covered, the way we understand it, the way we see it through our lens, because our lens is 10 times different than theirs. The way we see things, the way we see stuff happening to us or to somebody like us, they don't see it. And they don't understand it. So people like G. Bush and them are needed in these spaces. Representation matters. If we listen to Mary Kay and Tony Grossi, Shedeur Sanders would never play a game in Cleveland, because he don't know nothing. He don't know the playbook. He don't understand the terminology. He doesn't understand what's going on. He's not up to speed. And she is still to this day saying that same exact spiel. And we all see it. We all know better. But she's conditioned to see it as if he was drafted in the 5th round. He was drafted below Dylan Gabriel. So therefore, he's not going to get his turn unless something really, really bad happens. He's still over there playing with the 3s and the 4s because he doesn't understand what's going on. When Shedeur Sanders is far more into this playbook than Dylan Gabriel is. You hear me? Do y'all hear what I'm telling you? When Shedeur Sanders is far ahead of Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett in this playbook, because half of this playbook, he's already seen it. Yes, the terminology changes. The length of the play changes. The play is the same. And if you haven't played football on a college or professional level, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I know ball. I know what I see. Your eyes don't lie. And the eyes tell you that Shedeur is way more comfortable in this offense than Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett. But I want y'all to listen to something. This right here is from UCSS the other day. And I had to go back and grab this segment because it's like 5 to 6 minutes long. But you have to hear it and watch the entire segment to get where I am going to go with it after this. Because I wanted G. Bush on site right there to ask the same question that I'm going to ask after this question. Now, I know he was sitting there and he wanted to ask it, but he didn't want to do it on air. And he asked the question all the time in his streams. But I wanted him to do it then. And I'm like, dude, you got to do it. You should have done it then. Do it now. Make him stand on business. Because this asshole is sitting right here, keeps regurgitating the same old bull crap that Mary Kay is saying. And don't neither none of them know what they're talking about. They are so wrong. But this is UCSS the other day.
We kind of foreshadowed it before the read. We saved everybody, and obviously we got to Shedeur Sanders. Now, coming off the Dylan Gabriel conversation, I think, you know, when you talk about what is Shedeur Sanders' upside going to be this year and what he's planning to do or what he might look like, I think it has a lot to do with the order in which these guys are going to be playing, whether it's Kenny, one of the veterans we assume will start the season off, whether that's Pickett or Flip.
Y'all don't forget, we'll get to y'all super chats in a minute. Super chats will get read first. We're going to have our audience participation going on in just a minute. Let's get past this real quick. G. Bush.
Flacco. We asked the guys, they believe that Dylan Gabriel would get the first opportunity unless something changes in the preseason, during some of the preseason games. But if you have Shedeur Sanders, right, how many games do you need to see him in order to evaluate what his upside is?
I feel like we did this exercise when we did the 6 games thing, and we realized that it really isn't that big of a sample size.
It's not even close.
Yeah. I think that it's so weird. The quarterback position is so weird because people are different. You know, it's quarterbacks that come in their first year and they just look amazing. Like, and you're like, oh, yeah. And then the next year, their sophomore year, they take a slump. Then it's vice versa. It's guys that come in their rookie year and struggle, but then the game slows down for them, and then they take off their second year. So for Shedeur, I mean, to me, when you're in the NFL, the number one thing you chase is consistency. Like, that's the only thing he can do, is go out there and consistently put good tape out there. You know, when he's out at practice, when he's in the huddle, he's consistently going to the right places. He's consistently making the right adjustments. He's consistently putting the ball in the right place. That keeps you around for much longer than a couple of splashes here and there. I think he's doing a really good job, you know, off the field with all the stuff that he's doing in the community and all of those things, because what it does is it's got the fan base wanting him. Like, I want that guy to be the starting quarterback. I think he's doing a good job there. And he's doing everything as far as this right here. You see workout videos all the time. Now, the thing about this is he's showing you, like, I'm putting in that work. And as a fan, we love to see that. But the funny part is, I sat here and thought about it like, what do you think, Dylan Gabriel is just sitting on his hands? Like, he's doing the same thing. He's just not. It's just something about being able to see it, though, that changes the trajectory of what we think of a prospect. For him, though, I'm rooting for him to get out there and make an impact. Obviously, the preseason is going to be big for him. Them joint practices is going to be big for him. And as long as he can pick up the playbook and make those plays, because he's got his teammates even saying, like, if Chad Johnson is correct, and Denzel Ward said he liked that, like, he that deal. Like, he's even got his teammates going to bat for him. So, you know, he's won the locker room over. He just got to consistently keep showing those coaches that I got the playbook down. If it is the playbook, he got to show them, hey, I got a great understanding of the playbook. I can get in and out of the huddle. I can make the adjustments on the field. You know, if you give me 2 or 3 calls, I can or kill one play and go to the next play. Make sure that we're in the right thing. I can look at the protection and say, oh, they're running this front. We need to check to this and we can get to that. Like, he needs to do those things. If he's doing all of those things, he will find his way on the field, and there's no doubt about it. There's nothing that they can do to hold him off the field.
It's the playbook is the biggest thing with him. It's not the on-field. It's not the on-field.
Well, it's clearly not on the field because we see all the highlights.
Yeah, it's for him, it comes down to, do you know the playbook? Do you know what they want to run, and are you comfortable?
Have you watched The Quarterback on Netflix?
this new season?
No, because I didn't drive to West Virginia.
That's a shame. Well, they on one of the episodes, I think it's the beginning of episode 3. You know, they're talking to Joe, Jarrett, and Kirk about how you get 25 seconds on the play clock. Run me through what goes through your mind. And literally everything I just said. The first thing I'm doing is they give you 2 to 3 plays. You come out there. First thing I'm doing is looking at the clock, looking at the play clock to see how much time I got. Sometimes I got 14 seconds. Sometimes I got 12 seconds. So then I got to look at the protection and make sure. All right, this is this the front, the end. We ran this before to this front and it was successful. So I'm checking to that. Or I got 2 plays and I see that the secondary is in this. If it's 2 high or if it's 1 high. If it's 2 out, if it's 2 back there, are they playing cover 2 or are they playing cover 4? If it's 1 high, is it man to man or is they playing cover 3? You got to figure that out. Once you figure that out, now I got to figure out what out of those 2 or 3 plays the coach gave me, which one to go to. So I'm gonna kill the first play. So you see him can or kill or whatever they say for the first play. Now everybody knows we going to play 2. And now, boom, I got to be ready to snap the ball. Like, that's a lot of stuff to process. And
You got 5 seconds.
yeah, that's a lot to process. So I don't know if people really understand, like, what goes into being a quarterback. But that right there is every play. And you got to do that like 70 to 80 times a game. And if you don't know that playbook like the back of your hand and you don't know them checks and adjustments like the back, it's hard to put you out there because now I can't give you 2 plays to call. I can only give you the 1 play to call. If the playbook thing is the problem, I still haven't confirmed or confirmed or denied that that's really what it is.
It is.
But that is a major part because you have to be able to do that if you're going to play quarterback in the NFL.
But in terms of what's funny to me is like the original question: does Shedeur have the makeup to be a backup quarterback?
Oh yeah.
All the noise around Shedeur is generated by us. Like as a kid, he's not kidding. Young man, as a young man, I think he's been great. Like he always says the right things.
He has had 1 incident, speeding.
Yeah, I mean, and
which we all.
And correct. All the noise is from y'all. Everything about Shedeur, good or bad, comes from people's reporting. But what I wanted to point out right there is what I wanted G. Bush to reach across there and punch Jay in the face, because he kept trying to reiterate that Shedeur doesn't know the playbook. It's the playbook. It's the playbook. No, it's not the playbook. It's the coaching. It is not the playbook. It is the coaching. It is simply Cleveland, Kevin Stefanski, trying to save his soul. But once it's shown on the field, we can't take it back. It is not the playbook. Shedeur has shown that he is better than them. He has shown if it's the playbook, everybody else needs the playbook that Shedeur got, because he make more plays than they do. So who got the wrong playbook? Is it the other 3 quarterbacks or is it Shedeur? Because somehow or enough, his plays are better than theirs. His completion percentage is better than theirs. And when it comes down to football, it's about completions. It's about yardage. It's about touchdowns. And in every one of those stats, during rookie minicamp OTAs, Shedeur was better. So once again, who looking at the wrong playbook? Because if you're doing better than me, I need to use the plays that you're using because yours work. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is they got it wrong. They got it wrong. We're going to get into some of these questions in the chat before we get back into this stupidity, because we're not done with these dum-dums. And we're not done with them not celebrating Shedeur the way he should be celebrated. Because celebrating people matters. That's why you hear me mention G. Bush and all these other guys that cover Cleveland the way they do, because they matter. Representation for us matters, especially when over 80% of the league is us. That matters. Our experiences are 10 times different than theirs. And you can't be upset about me saying that we need people that look like us, think like us, act like us, understanding us, telling the stories about us. Because I'm sorry, person of another ethnicity, you can't tell my story. Because my experiences are 25 times different than yours. I am a kid raised by two fathers. Two, my mother and father were divorced. My mom married my stepdad, but I've never called my stepdad because he has never presented in that manner. I tell myself, my brothers and my sisters all the time, we are lucky because we had a family unit that loved us. I had two fathers that loved me to death. This is why I can relate to Deion Sanders and his kids and Shedeur and the way they were raised, because I wasn't raised like my friends were raised. I was up here and my friends' family status was here. And that's not to say that I was better than them. That's just to say that my parents made more money than them. I am a military kid. I am a Department of Defense educated, well-traveled kid. I moved to Europe when I was 8. Got off the plane in Frankfurt, Germany, January 1st, 1984. The year Michael Jordan was drafted. I graduated high school overseas. My life experiences are different from my friends that were raised in the hood in the States. When I came home for the summer to visit my grandmother, which was the party house, which was the house that had all the snacks, which was the house that had all the video games, the Ataris, the Nintendos, the ColecoVisions, everything. Which was the house that had the pool tables and the big backyards, the ping pong tables. My grandmother owned her own business. Even though she lived in the hood, because she owned half of the homes in that neighborhood. She was a pillar of her community. So no matter what we did, my house was the house. When I came home for the summertime, my auntie would tell my friends what day I was coming home. And when we pulled up, my aunt would come pick me up pick me up from the airport when I got to my grandmother's house. there would be kids everywhere outside waiting on me like I was a superhero, because they knew for these next 2-3 months, it's going down. Because my grandmother, with me being her only grandchild, spoiled everything you could want. And my grandmother did not care about sharing with everybody else. So when she went to the store, she bought enough for everybody. Because she knew every day during that summer, our house would be filled with kids outside playing football, going to the swimming pool, coming back, and where we going to eat? We going over to Snacks house to eat. My name is not Big Snacks because I call myself Big Snacks. My name is Big Snacks because my friends named me that, and it's been that forever. I am Snacks because I've always had the goods. If you wanted to eat and you were hungry, you come to my house. If you wanted to spend the night, you call your parents, my grandma's to get the okay, you stay at my house. Video games, as you can see, I'm a junkie. I have in front of me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monitors. I got video games behind me. I have a PlayStation 4, a PlayStation 5, an Xbox, a Nintendo right here, and 2 PCs at my feet. I am a video game junkie. I started my YouTube because of video games. But what I'm telling you is, I understand why Deion Sanders and those boys like to give back, because that's what I've always done. That's why I understand them so well. I'm not saying I was a great human being. I have been in the same parties that Deion has been in and never, ever said a word, because I'm not a guy that likes to be out front. I like to be not so famous because I got kids and I always wanted to be a part of their life and be in their activities and be able to go outside without people surrounding me asking for autographs and pictures and things of that nature. Yes, I could have been famous a long time ago when I started my Yoush network. I was one of the biggest YouTubers for a long time, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to fall back and help other people grow. I just wanted the checks. I've never wanted to be out front and be that guy. Because being that guy gets you what they are getting right now. And I didn't want to do that. Being that guy gets you scrutinized. Being that guy gets every detail of your life looked over, hummed at. Being that guy gets you to love, but it also brings you a lot of hate. I wasn't even that guy, and I was hated on YouTube because I was the only black guy on YouTube with a network that was doing over 3 billion views a month in their network. Billion with a B. Billion with a B, I see. If you go and click on the Yoush channel right now, that featured video has probably 100 million views right now. And that's just one video. That's what I'm telling you. What they go through is ridiculous. And for people that is in this space, not to give them the love and appreciation they need or they should garner for doing what Shedeur did. He's not asking you to do it. He didn't ask for people to do what they're doing, because if he wanted to do that, he would have called everybody, all the news stations, all of everybody, and said, hey, this is what I'm doing. Y'all sure? What he had planned was planned just for that community. The news heard about it and they showed up. He didn't call them. We heard about it a couple of days before it was supposed to happen. He didn't call those people and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. I need y'all to show up so everybody else will know what I'm doing. His platform is bigger than most. He can do that on his own. He don't need no help. His platform is bigger than the organization he plays for, which makes it one of the problems. Because he can do more for the team than the team can do for him besides pay him. Shedeur Sanders alone can take Cleveland to a height that they have never seen before when it comes to internet, social media, and all of that. If you want that growth, if you want that support, if you want that fan base. But when is the Cleveland media going to function and give him the love and support that he's not asking for, but that he deserves? When is that going to happen? That's what I'm saying. When you can show up to an event and do this, when you can show up to an event and do this, you see that? Those are little kids with their wrist up. The one thing that people hate about Shedeur is him putting his wrist up. They hate it because he's stunning like his daddy. And you shouldn't do that. You should be humble. You should be appreciative of the things that you have. I am. But I'm also going to show them off because I did the work. Because he did the things necessary to put him in that situation. His dad put in the work, put in the years, got beat up on and off the field, played 2 sports at one time. And you're going to tell me I need to be humble? I need to calm down? I can't stunt? I can't shine? But when these white boys is out here wearing the same chains that I'm wearing, when Joe Burrow come down there with the same chains that I'm wearing, smoking a cigar, oh, he got charisma. Oh, he got that grit. Oh, he got that attitude. He's a dog. But when I do it, I'm showing off. When I got the big 2 with my logo on it, when I got legendary across my chest, when I do my draft room and it got my logos all over it, I'm shining too much. I'm stunned too much. I should calm down. But when Kirk Cousins come down the hallway, you like that? You like that? You like that? Oh, he just a stand-up player. But I leave a Nebraska game early to get my injuries checked out to make sure I'm okay. I should have stayed in the game, but it ain't but less than a minute left. I shouldn't walk off the field and go get checked out because my doctor told me, hey, we need to go ahead and check you out and make sure you good. That's me quitting on my team. When Mary Kay Cabot say he don't understand the playbook, he don't understand the terminology, he need to be barking it out and giving commands to his brother while he at home. The hell you mean? He need to be. Y'all think I'm lying? I don't be lying to y'all.
Thing that he's going to have to do to catch up or leapfrog Dylan and some of the other guys. You can't be just thinking. You've got to know it. So hopefully he's at home with Shiloh and he's barking out plays to Shiloh and barking out the terminology like.
Oh, he need to be barking out plays and learning the terminology. He don't know the playbook, but he killing them on the field. Your eyes don't lie, people. You can listen to Mary Kay Cabot bark that she finna walk it back. She finna walk it back. All this week, it's gonna be all of a sudden. Shedeur has learned the playbook. Shedeur has learned the terminology. Shedeur has made so much growth in this short time off. Lady, excuse me, ma'am. All that was done before training camp even started. When OTAs was going on, that man already knew that. But you are so hell-bent that Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett is so much better that you want them to get their turn. They got to be first. If they don't go first, they don't get to play. Point blank, period. If Shedeur goes out in that field before Dylan Gabriel or Kenny Pickett, they will never see the field. Just that simple. It is. It's just that simple. Now, I said I was going to get to some of y'all in this chat, but we ain't have but the one super chat from East Coast Chaos so far, so we'll see. OFB, what up, brother? Let's see what y'all have been chatting about, because I know Selma is in the chat, Sabrina's in the chat, you know, Sarah's always in the chat. Me and Buckeye Paulie was chopping it up earlier in G Bush's chat when I was in and out of there. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what the chat talking about for a minute. The NFL is racist. This situation is exposing Holy. Look, man, we all know the NFL colluded to put Shedeur somewhat in his place. Didn't work. That failed so miserably. It only made him bigger than what he was when he entered the league. Now they don't know what to do. Let's see what Rick's talking about. They sick of watching Shedeur wear his dad's shoes. Oh, they that's gonna be year round. Shedeur is a Nike signed athlete. He was the only one in college. And Ryan Williams just became the second Nike athlete in college from Alabama. Yeah, Ryan Williams, that guy, nasty. True sophomore this year, he gonna be flexing on him hard. Don't be Williams, she riding as hell. Yeah, Mary Kay is riding. Imagine getting hated on for being a good father. Hey, why not? It's prime. They gonna hate on them anyway. Mary Kay cares about football more than human. Man, Mary Kay is horrible. 420 Jenkins, what's up? I know Freedom Genesis is in the chat. I'm just shouting some of y'all out. Mass Collector, Jonah B, all y'all keep but like I said, This is crazy. But on 92.3 The Fan, Earl the Pearl was the only one that celebrated Shedeur in the manner that needed to be celebrated on his 216 podcast. He did it 2 days back to back. I didn't get to watch yesterday's episode. I haven't watched it yet. I will. But it got me a snippet, and I want y'all to hear it.
With you, I've never seen what Shedeur Sanders is doing this early on in a player's career. Like, I've never seen that before. Like, I've never seen a rookie come into the league, and before he even played a snap, is already in the Garden Valley projects dealing with or throwing a fun fest for people that are struggling after that fire, right? I've never seen him go to another player go to a KFC and in the city and interact with kids and sing his song with a fan. I've never seen this all the things he's doing. As soon as he got drafted, the first week he was here, he's in John Marshall High School or wherever he was. Like, it's a special thing he's doing. That's not normal, right? And what he's doing is he's winning the fans over. He's winning the city of Cleveland over. He's winning the surrounding cities of the surrounding suburbs of Cleveland. He's winning those fans over. And when you do that, when you got them on your side, oh man, we're gonna rock for you. Y'all know that, Spence and Earl. We're gonna rock for you no matter what. When you get back to your community and you're there and you're present and it's genuine, right? It's genuine. And that's what gives me. To me, it's genuine. Because a lot of the times the guys will go after they have a Pro Bowl season or after they made some plays in the game, or you'll see them out there with their jersey on, and it's all these Browns people around him. This is genuine. This is him and his crew doing it because he wants to do it. That's a really big deal. And again, this brings hopes to everybody watching.
Exactly. That was just him. That was him doing it simply because he wanted to do it. He wasn't out there with his jersey on. He wasn't out there with a bunch of bull crap. He was just out there. And that's all you need. Wait a minute. I can't find the Yash Network. And she is 80 plus filter looks. Nah, oh man, y'all need to stop. And there's no way you can't tell me you can't find the Yash Network on YouTube. It's not possible. Because they are there. They are there. They are there. It is there for all the world to see. You can't find the Yash Network? You sure? We will make sure that you find the Yash Network, my guy. You see this right here? See that right there? That Yash Network. You see that? 160K plus subscribers. Yash on YouTube. You see me subscribe right there. See that? 160K subscribers. 444 million views. And you know, I haven't uploaded a video in such a long time to that channel. See, that's me upload a video a year ago from me doing stuff. But I need to start back. My last video was 6 months ago. Because you just gotta upload a video every now and then. You keep it playing, but that's enough of that. But let's get back to this Shedeur action. Because that's what we want him to do. We need the representation everywhere we go. We need the people to represent us because what do you mean? Okay, no network. See, now y'all finna make me check all y'all about my network. I don't care, Gabriel. Checking in from Albany, Georgia, home of the Albany State Golden Ram. Yes, Albany. Dylan needs to let go of the past. Shedeur is rooted in substance, not flesh. Oh, wow. Face purple over Bob. Really? That's where you went with that? To the old Dan Lanning joint? Okay, Dylan needs to let go of the flag. I got you. Twitch is the new go-to. Twitch is the new go-to platform. No, dog. I'm verified on there too. When Twitch was started, I was there. Matter of fact, when Twitch was started, they came to me to get people to come to Twitch. Oh. Y'all don't understand how long I've been in this YouTube game, dog. When Twitch was started, Twitch came to me. You know. Twitch came to me and
You got the show.
asked me to use people in my network to help them get started growing their platform. Paid me a lot of money and helped me do a lot of things. But my channel is one of the smaller channels on Twitch. But I made a lot of money on Twitch a long time ago. You know, it didn't take long for Twitch and Kick to show up for your boy. The Yaus Network is working fine. I just subscribed. Yeah. I think I'm going to see, y'all done got me on this topic. And this is not what we're here for, but since we're here, I think I am going to put the Yaus Network back in full effect and help smaller creators and channels. I think I am going to create a Colorado channel, a Cleveland channel, and start there. And we'll work our way out. I already got a Yaus Sports channel. We could use that, but it is what it is. But if y'all didn't know, I've been the man on Twitch for a long time. You figured me? You see that right there? That's a big snacks. I ain't got but 1,400 followers. You see that purple check mark though? Yeah, it's there. I told you I used to be a gamer for real. But if you do this on Twitch, you see that? My name will always pop up when you hit that. When you type in Yaus on Twitch, that's your boy. And look at it. There's a Yaus Live channel. You see that? Yeah. I'm in there. But that's neither here nor there. I ain't finna bore y'all with all my antics and the things that I do. Because I used to be that boy. Still am that boy. That's what I'm telling y'all. When I talk about these things on YouTube, about football, I've done most of this stuff already. I've been here for a long time before anybody even knew what making money on YouTube was. I was a full-time YouTuber from 2010 and 11 till about 2017. I just decided to go back to work. Esports, all of it. That was me. You know, and then I'm working on my charity drive since I'm back. We do big things during Christmas time, and we pool together enough money to get people in need the things they need, but that's going to be for another video. Y'all done got me off topic, man. And it's crazy. But let's get back in the topic. Let me show y'all what Shedeur put together because he's back.
Yeah. No excuses. Put in the work. Do what I gotta do. About the time to get that together. Whenever that time is.
No. Oh, y'all ain't getting that.
That's goddamn Shedeur Sanders. That's Shedeur Sanders. Hey, from Ohio, man, you got to bring it back to Cleveland.
You know, mentally, at the very beginning, it'll be a challenge, but I like the challenge, man.
Yeah, Drake eliminate.
And just like that, I'll just show y'all what the young cat put together. I know that syncing is crazy. I can sync that stuff real easy because I'm cool like that. I'm good like that. I used to be a DJ like that. So It is what it is. I'm multifaceted. I can do things in lots of different areas. These boys about to change the culture. Robert Johnson and I were working fine. I just subscribed. That would be great. These boys about to change the culture. You doggone right, Selmo. That's what they do when they don't want to see you do good. Look, man, it is crazy the amount of attention that is fixing to be poured on Shedeur, Travis, Jimmy, and LeJounte in these next month. And we gonna lock them in. We finna go hard with the Shiloh, with the Jimmy, with the Travis, with the Shedeur coverage. And I've been getting fussed at because I haven't been covering the WNBA this year. Because those people that hate Angel Reese are draining as hell. It's a lot of people that hate Shedeur, but it is a megaton of people that hate Angel Reese. I just can't even do it. But it's All-Star weekend. I'll probably cover the second half of the season so y'all can get ready for that too. It's gonna be crazy. Novia, because people don't want to give you your flowers. They rather see you fall. Of course. That's all they want to do is see you fall. Big Snacks is an OG stuff, old hustler. Making that cash real. Nah, dog. I work every day. I own a trucking company, and I drive for myself, and I have other drivers, but I go to work every day like everybody else. You know, I do my thug thizzle. I hang out at home. Like I told you the other day, I just went and got my necklace back out the shop because we broke it playing around at this event. But I stunt like Shedeur and Junior too. I got them same shines. Done had them for years. But it is what it is. People don't want to see you shine. But like I tell everybody, to you, it's shining, it's stunting, it's doing the most. To them, it's everyday life because that's what they've done every day. They've always had jewelry. They've always had cars. They've always had houses. This is nothing new to you. It looks different to you. Looks like they stunning because you ain't got it. But to them, it's just how they live. It's everyday life. Because Shedeur owns Bentleys and Rolls Royces and Mercedes and Tesla trucks. He got it. Have you seen his father's garage? It's literally a garage with about 25, 30 vehicles in it. Most people buy cars and trash them out and throw them away. Have you seen Deion Sanders' cars? All those old schools, all those Mercedes, all those Corvette, all those vehicles are well kept and preserved, and they still work. The man is not wasteful. People that stunt are wasteful. People that show out are wasteful. That family is very smart in calculating everything they do. Everything they do is purposeful. It's not just to do it, just because we can. If they're helping people, they're helping you because they genuinely want to help. Coach Prime has worn jewelry his entire career. He has told you the story of why he wears those gold chains, because he looked up to the dope boys. And the kids that saw the dope boys wanted to wear them chains, wanted to be like the dope boys. So he started wearing those chains and that jewelry and those flashy cars. So the kids didn't want to be like the dope boys. They wanted to be like him. Let me show you a different path. There's always been a purpose. The primetime moniker was created for him to get paid. There's been a vision his entire career. The man told you his mama, he didn't want her to work no more. He told her, mama, you ain't got to work no more. My mama don't work either, but he told her, mama, you ain't got to work no more. My mama stayed over there, not too far from me. I can get to her house in 3 minutes from mine. And she probably ain't doing nothing right now. Sitting around her house, watching stories, reading her Bible, getting ready for church tomorrow. My mama don't work either. Like I said, I understand Deion's plan. I understand their vision, understand what they doing, why they do it. And Shedeur is going to be that tenfold. Because the more you hate on him, the more popular he becomes. And the more his audience grows, the more freaking money he makes. The man has sold so many NFL jerseys, it's ridiculous. I don't even know the number. But they owe him a whole lot of money. Because he done sold more jerseys than anybody. Rookie, veteran, Hall of Famer, otherwise. The man ain't been on the market for NFL jerseys for 3 months. And damn it, they done bought the store out. It is what it is. This has been a beautiful, beautiful stream. I love the shit out of y'all, man. I appreciate all y'all that come by and do what y'all do. Appreciate all the love, all the support. We're going to talk about all the things that we're going to do in the near future. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a lot coming. We're going to get the Yaush Network cracking back up. We're going to get some people that make videos to be a part of that network. And we're going to help other people grow into something that can sustain their lifestyle and make them an entire lot of money. A lot of money. And this time, this will be all yours. I won't even get none of it. Last time, I was getting money. I was paying people for making videos. This time, y'all just going to get paid. But I'm going to show you how to grow a brand. I'm going to show you how to get those partnerships popping. And I'm going to help a lot of people make a lot of money. I helped launch El Gato. If y'all know what the El Gato streaming system is, that's all me. If you go back and look at them Yaush videos, you will see El Gato intro all day, every day. I introduced them to the gaming world. I introduced a lot of things to the gaming world. El Gato, Scuff, freaking Squid Grips, everything. A lot of things. Lots and lots and lots of things. A lot of money over a lot of years. But anyway, man, I'm going to get out of here. We're going to talk about this in a separate video. My kids are right outside of my door. My boys. Because they want to ask some questions. So now I have to go be a father. I got to return all these text messages that's been going off on my phone since I've been on this stream. We've been live for an hour and 40 minutes. You guys are definitely great. And once again, if you just happen to pass by a see you auntie somewhere, make sure you show them some love. Make sure you say what's up, because those ladies, those are my girls. Love them to death. But you know what it is. I'm gonna get out of here, man. What are you talking about, Selmore? Haven't even made a snap, and he already been paid for it. Yeah. It's sad because a lot of them grew up in the hood. Yes. Hey, Han, what up, man? Stay blessed, Big Snacks. Doggone right, dog. That's how we keep it popping, man. I'm getting out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I love you guys to death. Appreciate everybody for coming by, showing love, and doing the doggone thing. Tomorrow, I might have a surprise for y'all. I might not. I'm finna go work some things out and see what we can get popping. But anyway, man, it's your boy Snacks. I'm out of here. We gonna holler at y'all. Peace.